Yeah,
Yeah.
because it would be a good thing to catch up, you know. So
Mhm.
to everyone who's listening right now, Max is the one who helped me during my interviews, and he basically told me all about Qualtrics culture, uh, the basically everything that helped me get through the interviews. So I appreciate him so much, and he's one of the main reasons I'm in the Dublin office of Qualtrics right now. So yeah, once again, big thanks. But yeah, how are you getting on? Are you enjoying it? I know you have like a crazy schedule right now, and you are getting most probably promoted to account executive.
Yeah,
Or
finally is happening. Yeah,
yeah,
had
yeah,
something happen yesterday where finally hit the number that I need. So I'm going
perfect.
over and serving our federal Department of Defense team over here to help improve experience management over there. So yeah, it's going to be really cool.
Cool,
I'm really looking forward to a new role because
cool.
it's been
I
a
mean,
good time in the SDR world, but
yeah,
ready
yeah,
to move on.
yeah. You should definitely move on. And I also told your manager, I selected him by the way. I told
Oh
him
yeah.
like what a good fit for the Qualtrics culture you are, because of course I knew that you were like amazing since you reached out to me like and set up the Zoom meetings and give some of your time towards like me, my interviews, and helping me also with um, realizing which competitors Qualtrics has and stuff like which helped me during my presentation. But now that I'm in the office and that I met like Qualtrics people, I just understand like the energy you have, the spirit of like helping others out and stuff. It's just such a cultural fit. So you just deserve what you're getting right now. So
Oh man. No, I appreciate it. It's definitely something special about being over here because it's it's something that without that kind of team mentality and other people helping me out, I wouldn't have gotten anywhere. So it's just a really great thing that they've been able to cultivate over here. So I like
yeah,
that a lot.
it's also, I think, a really good company to start your career because I don't know if you go to Salesforce or Amazon or like some big giant like that, you're just a small fish in a very big company. But here, I feel like whatever you say, it makes an impact in the company, it makes an impact at least like in the office, you know, you don't feel like a small fish. Anything that you recommend gets heard. So
Mhm.
it's a quite good place to start.
Oh yeah, no, it definitely has all the tools that you need to be able to get started, and a definitely a culture of helping people just kind of learn like, hey, what do you need to know to be successful, and how do we put that out? And it's still, yeah, like still a large established company that's been around for 20 years, but still to the point where it's growing enough and nimble enough to where you can make big impacts. So yeah, it's in a really cool spot right now.
And then from which office are you working?
Out of the Provo, so the
Yeah,
original headquarters here in
yeah.
Utah. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Because one of my coworkers here from the product specialist department, she went to Provo.
Oh,
Apparently,
cool.
like before the pandemic, they had
Mhm.
like a rule or something that you should always get your training from the Provo office.
Mhm.
So she went to the Provo office and she told me all about it, like how it's not in the most perfect place and you have to go by car to everywhere and stuff like that.
Dude, in America, you have to go by car to everywhere.
They were
Like,
s-
yeah.
they were so surprised that she walked to the office every day, but she's saying like it's just a
Mhm.
10-minute walk, and they're saying like you can just come by car. Like why are you walking? There's like a car park there, and yeah,
That's really funny. Yeah.
yeah.
No, yeah, I hope that you'll be able to come out here sometime to check it out because it is so cool too. And they've got this beautiful garden in the back where there was another company that owned the building before Qualtrics, kind of like a multi-level marketing company, as I understand it. And they had kind of a tropical theme. So they built up this beautiful big garden in the back with water features and a bridge
Mm.
and everything else. And then when Qualtrics bought the building, they kind of like downsized the garden a little bit because it was just absolutely wild and like got more native species in. But it's pretty much set up where like the last owner that had it partially built it for his daughter's wedding.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's a really nice setup. So yeah, dude, it's beautiful. You go sit out there and they got Wi-Fi all throughout the garden, so you can just sit next to like under some trees by the little river that's going by and do your work because they got Wi-Fi coming out of everything. Like it's the coolest building.
Oh shit. Did you go there? Like,
Oh yeah, I go there a bit. I'll be there tomorrow.
yeah. So you like switch between the offices then.
Yeah, I work from home for a lot of stuff. It just works better for me with being able to concentrate on like, hey, what do I need to get done? I've got a bunch of big screens and all my notes and like everything else, and I got my cat too.
Yeah.
And and at the office, it's really good for working with other people on the teams and talking to everyone and
Yeah.
like feeling like you're part of it. And then, but also because of that, and I'm super social. Sometimes I just spend most of my day talking to people, so it's not good for actually getting my job done.
Yeah, yeah. I understand what you mean there.
Yeah,
Do you also
yeah,
have the thank God it's Thursday events in Provo office then? So
yeah,
do you
yeah.
get your pizza and stuff like that?
Yeah, I'll go to those sometimes. I mostly go on Wednesday because that's been when all the SDRs over here go into the office. So that's the main day that we all meet up. But yeah, I'm going to start going in a little bit more, just be able to work with my new team and understand more about the account executive role.
Uh-huh. And would you say like your switch from SDR to account executive, is that like going smoothly because you have already learned so much, or do you think you have to learn so much more in the account executive position?
Well, I feel super well prepared to go over to the account executive position. I mean, I've run well over like a dozen IQMs over the time that I've been in the SDR position. Everything else, like I'm hoping and I know that there's going to be a ton to learn just because, I've been learning a lot like the whole time I've been at this company. I mean, there's so much to know and learn. So, yeah, so there will be plenty more to learn. There will be, I'm sure it'll be a little bit stressful trying to figure everything out, but
Uh,
nothing that's going to be insurmountable, and just really looking
Mm.
forward to
Maybe you have already been through the most stressful parts, which is being an SDR.
it. Man, that is what they say. They say it's the most stressful position at the company, but definitely one of the most rewarding. And I'd say the best way to get into tech sales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you've like already have 2 years of sales experience at least, like in Qualtrics. What would your recommendation be for someone who just started like me?
Just learn everything you can. Just
About
stay
sales,
curious.
about the
Yeah,
product, or
about just all of it. Also being curious about the Qualtrics method of sales, like command to the message, medic trainings, things like that, man. Once you start incorporating those skills, things just get really cool. I mean, yeah, just pay attention to the training. Don't try and rush it. The SDR program is set up to give you a really good foundation on which to build the rest of your sales career. And like something we used to talk about when I was in the Marines is like the concept of being brilliant in the basics, where it's just you can't do anything fancy unless you know how to do the small stuff really, really well, right?
yeah,
Like you can't go do a wheelie on a motorcycle unless you know how to control that motorcycle in a lot of different ways, because if you come down wrong, man, you want to know what it feels like, right? And so, in order to do anything advanced, you need to be excellent, brilliant in the basics, right? And so, I'd say just don't try and rush the process. Enjoy it, learn as much as you can. You're in a cool spot with cool people and paid well. And there's just, you don't need to be like, oh man, on to the next thing. I need to hit a super fast. Like, yeah, definitely set goals on when you want to get it accomplished, everything else. But just know that you're doing an important job right now, that you'll be learning a ton and you get paid well and get to be with cool people to do it. So
Yeah.
I'd say like, yeah, while SDR is means to an end, it's also really valuable in and of itself too. So my advice is just don't try and rush it, enjoy it, soak up what you can, and just yeah, enjoy the community.
The motorcycle example was such a great one. And then also like the people we are working with here, like they're amazing. My manager, the manager of my manager, the enablement team, like all of those people, they are so fascinating and they know so much, not only about Qualtrics, not only about the product, but also about like sales itself. I don't know, the right questions you have to ask, how to turn like objections into like something else totally different. And like my pod lead, for example, also for the Benelux market, he's so smooth in the way he asks questions. So for example, we have like a script and then you go from one question to the next and then in total like let's say 8 to 10 questions, but he knows so well how to turn from question 2 to the 8 and then go back to the 5th and then like mix them up, so the flow of the conversation is just so clean. But yeah, okay, yeah, I think we have 2 minutes more, so yeah.
No, man. We should talk again sometime soon, and it could be fun to see if I can set up a video deal where we get you and maybe some of the other Dublin SDRs on meeting with some of the Provo ones, and see if we can get a little cross pollination of ideas and offices going on.
I would definitely be happy to set that up. I'll talk to the
Yeah,
people here and then we can set something like that up.
yeah, man. Just
And
let me
then
know.
I wish you the best of luck during your account executive role and learning process. And man, I would be more than happy to shadow you sometime in the future when you also like
Yeah,
feel more comfortable with your new position and stuff. Just hit me up when you're ready, and
100%.
I'll be more than happy to shadow you. So
No, you got it. Well, Assad, it's awesome actually seeing you like in Dublin, and it's really fun, man. So happy you're here, and
yeah,
that yeah, now we're colleagues.
the,
It's amazing.
yeah,
Yeah.
life it's a weird thing from a random message to colleagues right now. Yeah,
Hey, well, no, super proud of you, bro. Good
yeah.
job. Congratulations, and we'll talk soon.
Yeah, thank you so much. And tomorrow I have a meeting with Matthew, your manager.
Awesome.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
let me know how it goes.
I will. See you.
All right,
See you,
have a good day.
Max. Bye
Bye.
bye.